We are at Makati Diamond Residences. This is the hotel that I recommended Austin stay during his time here in the Philippines. And so the plan is today, just get him settled into this hotel, and then coming 2 days from now, we will start doing property tours and looking into some private membership clubs. But you're here in the Philippines, Austin. How does it feel?
It feels fantastic. I'm ready to hit the ground running, actually.
Absolutely. No, we're looking forward to it. But let's check in, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the reasons why I suggested this place to Austin is because he's looking to live a very high quality lifestyle, looking to live like a king here in the Philippines. And we have one common hobby, which is enjoying the occasional whiskey and also a nice cigar. And this hotel in Makati, called Makati Diamond Residences, as you can see, is extremely beautiful, very high end. And the biggest thing is they have a whiskey bar on the top floor, which I know Austin will enjoy. And so we're settled into the new hotel. Again, why did you choose Makati Diamond Residences for your stay here?
Well, the goal is to eventually move to BGC. So I wanted to spend as much time in Makati as I could to kind of get the feel for this area and then travel to BGC. Since travel within BGC is easy, I wanted to start from outside of it. I just thought it was a different way to do it.
Absolutely. And we're going to be spending the majority of our time with property tours in BGC anyways. So you'll get a taste of both places. But beautiful room, beautiful hotel. Anything else that you need from us, Austin, before we part ways here?
No, you guys have been awesome. I'll of course hit you up later for your recommendations on the evening.
Absolutely. Well, sweet Austin, we'll see you very soon.
Thank you so much, brothers.
Good morning, Savvy Expats. We are now on the way to pick up Austin at his hotel, as today is set aside for potentially securing a private membership club in BGC. Let's go. And really quick, if you've been doing your research on how to move to the Philippines, you already know how overwhelming it gets. There's so much information out there, half contradicts the other half, and you don't know who to trust. So what I did is I put together something that cuts through all the noise. It's called the Savvy Expat Digest. It's a free weekly newsletter where I break down exactly what you need to know when it comes to living here and moving here, straight from somebody who's actually done it. And when you sign up, you'll get instant access to my free guide, How to Move to the Philippines in Under 90 Days. It's a step-by-step guide, no BS, no fluff. The link is in the description of this video. It only takes 10 seconds to sign up, and you'll have it in your inbox right after you sign up. Alrighty, Austin, we are now in BGC. Based off of first impressions and the vibe, how do you feel about the city?
I think BGC is a fantastic place. I've only been here about a day. I'll have to wait to reserve judgment, but I've already found it to be a very friendly place, very open to foreigners. I'm excited to see what this place has to offer.
Absolutely.
I think we're heading right now to Manila House.
Exactly. So right over here is Manila House.
Yes, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, Manila House. So they just changed the entrance here in Manila House. Absolutely beautiful. They just took down the Christmas decorations. Manila House is one of the private membership clubs here in BGC. And when it comes to like a place for networking, having meetings, this is definitely the place to be. Oftentimes, and this is one of the reasons why we got a membership here, is mainly because if you want to like network with a lot of like I guess you could say like great people network in Manila, this is like the spot to be at. And the food here is good too. All right, Austin, so we're here in Manila House. And what are your thoughts so far based off what you've seen?
I think Manila House is incredible. If you haven't been, I highly recommend it. It's great decor, great ambiance. The people are very friendly and professional. It's full of like-minded individuals for if you want to have a good conversation about anything while actually having a casual atmosphere in which to just kind of relax and think about stuff.
Absolutely. And of course, you are living in multiple different countries. You've tested out multiple countries in Southeast Asia. Which countries have you been to, by the way?
I've lived in Thailand, most of my time in Japan. That's in Asia. And then also I've lived in Mexico, and the rest of it was in America. But I would say about 18 years I've spent overseas in different locations.
Wow. And really, I mean, you could have a good life anywhere you go. what made you specifically choose to test out the Philippines and make this place a potential home for retirement?
Out of everything that I've done, traveling is one of my favorite things, and just learning and absorbing new cultures. Going in with a blank slate, not expecting anything. I think that the Philippines is the closest as far as, historical closest with the US. So I think it's just got a lot of a friendlier vibe when it comes to things like visas and so on and so forth. My initial goal was to move to Thailand, where I have property and investments, and use that as my base of operations, or my base from which to go to other countries. But the more I researched it, I've noticed that the Philippines has a friendlier attitude towards expats, specifically Americans. So I'm utilizing that leverage, and I think that will play better. It's not going to keep me in the Philippines, but I think it's a great place to start.
Yes, absolutely. And you also mentioned as well, like we were talking earlier, like English being spoken as a common language is another thing that's very big for you, because you mentioned in Thailand it's a little bit different, right? So I mean, there's multiple factors that play into this. But in terms of when you reached out to me, what made you initially want to reach out to me for getting help with this potential move?
Yeah, as most of your viewers do or know, research is a big portion of any kind of major decision. And while I was researching, I kept seeing this one guy pop up multiple times, and obviously it was Evan. And some of the things that he was doing that was different than other expats, especially initially. Now I know that a lot of people on YouTube go this route of like, how much does it really cost to live? But I think Evan was one of the pioneers in that, saying, hey, you can come here to live on a budget, which is great, but that's not the video I was looking for. Utilizing margins of safety and a true budgetary type of system. What could I really afford with the income that I had? And so I was looking for a different level of income, not trying to live on a budget, but trying to live well. He was one of the first to find. And then that, along with his clients that are continued friends, I mean, that is a testament to his professionalism, loyalty, and integrity. And so for those, as an Aggie, I'm a big fan of that. For those of you out there, gig 'em. I would have my ring on, but it's my first time in the Philippines and I didn't know what to expect, so I left that at home.
No
so
worries.
Don't hate on me for that.
Amazing. And another thing that you mentioned before is like also a big thing for you is convenience, right? Like being able to save time.
Absolutely. I think time for me is the most important thing. It's a value proposition. My research did play into utilizing of time when it comes to healthcare. So as we get older, obviously we get more sick, and so that time is very valuable. And I think that people forget too often when you're younger, they forget how much that health will degrade, and that eventually the money that we are bringing in, we're spending out to try to retrieve that time. I think in the Philippines is one of the best places to be able to utilize the money you do have to buy back that time in a very efficient manner.
Absolutely. So our coffee just arrived, and in a bit we will be ordering some of the food here at Manila House. Okay, so right now they're giving Austin a tour of Manila House because he is curious about potentially locking in a membership here. Because it is a private members club, of course it's by referral only. So if Austin does decide to lock in on this club here, I would sign off on it, handle all the paperwork. But let's first see if Austin likes the rest of Manila House so far. On the outside here we have the patio area.
Yeah, mini deck. So this can accommodate 150 persons maximum.
And as you guys can see, beautiful little cabanas here to sit. Very nice sort of ambiance, good music. You have a bar out there. And what's beautiful about this place, it can accommodate about 150 people. This one over here is called the Avenue Deck. I think Austin likes it. And the best part about Manila House, in my opinion, is the location. Location-wise, you are literally just right across from High Street. Right over here is the Philippine Stock Exchange. And so you're essentially located within this beautiful business district in BGC. Best place to network. Very, very beautiful. Really, the main reason why I feel like it's best to potentially lock in a place at Manila House is just being able to network with very good people here and have great conversation.
Sir, when would you like to take
Yes, I would like to see. This one's new, yeah?
Yeah.
What is this
This
for?
is the intramuros tent.
Okay.
So this can accommodate maximum of 70 persons.
Okay.
With 250,000 consumables.
250,000 consumable. Okay, got it. For how many hours is that?
That's for 4.
For 4 hours. This is a really good place for like events if you guys want to throw any sort of a party or gathering. Yeah, so this used to be the Fort Strip, guys. And the Fort Strip used to be a little sort of nightlife district here. However, because it was very old and it was an eyesore even before, they took it down. A lot of good memories for people back then over there. Now,
This one is the Terraza.
The
So
Terraza.
another outdoor venue aside from the other event.
so here is the Bonifacio main dining.
This for private events, including the 4 small bucket rooms. This can accommodate maximum of 150 persons.
One thing I love about Manila House is really how they decorate the place. As you can see, the way that they decorate it, a lot of greenery, very beautiful. And they put a lot of attention, thought, and detail. And one thing you notice about Manila House is they occasionally change the decorations. So sometimes when you walk in here, it'll look like this, and then 2 weeks later, completely new decorations. So there's a lot of thought and attention and detail here. And to reserve the TAF room, how much is the consumable? 15,000. That's
Same
right.
as this one. So maximum of 10 persons can fit here.
And that's one of the main reasons why, guys, I love Manila House, why we got a membership here, is because whenever I want to throw events and gatherings with other expats, or even a birthday or Thanksgiving, this is just such a beautiful place to reserve a private room for only $300, consumable, and have a good time. All right, guys, so we are with Jen and Bridget, who is giving us a tour of Manila House. And Bridget, for those that are looking into Manila House, what would you say are like the #1 perks of having a membership here?
Since we have partnered with a lot of reciprocal clubs internationally, that's one of the perks of being a member with us, to have access and to also explore your network and grow connections.
Absolutely. So if we were to lock in like a membership here in BGC, there's other locations that you could also go to that are similar to Manila House. What are the other locations?
We have in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in US also.
And for the biggest question that a lot of the viewers are probably wondering right now, they're seeing all, the beautiful ambience, or seeing all the, lovely conversation that we can have here. Probably the biggest question that they're wondering is sort of what's like the ballpark range to lock in a membership here?
The range is from 250,000 to 300. So that's just a one-time joining fee. And then the rest, we have this annual dues. That's roughly around 47,000.
In dollars, that's roughly around $5,000 to $6,000. But one time, I think that's really a no-brainer to have a private membership club in the heart of a business district like BGC. So we appreciate your time, Bridget. Thank you so much, Jen. So we just finished our tour of Manila House, and one of the main things that we spoke about in our first call that you really stressed is you really want to live a high quality life in the Philippines. You worked for the retirement for many years. You do deserve to live like a king, as we talked about in our first call, right? So based off the tour with Manila House, and you went through the rates with the two brokers here, what were your thoughts overall on this membership club?
I'm extremely impressed. I'm fortunate enough to be a member of a couple clubs that are tailored to the same type of clientele. And I would say of all of them, this is probably one of the most beautiful layouts that I've seen. Great views and a consistent open 7 days a week is really an important thing for me, because it allows you at any time to come in and kind of like decompress or relax from whatever you're doing for the day, or even catching up on some work here. So that's fantastic. Their partnerships with other locations throughout the world is also extremely important to me, because I don't plan on staying only in Manila. I do plan on traveling. And so since they have reciprocal agreements with multiple locations, especially in Texas, where I'm from, and then Hong Kong, Singapore, those types of locations where I will be traveling to, it's a no-brainer actually. And although it has a barrier to entry, that barrier to entry, I think, is a benefit and not a negative to the place. It kind of ensures that the people that do come here want to be here.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the fact that one of the things you mentioned was the Philippines for you is the best sort of landing point to go out to other countries. And the fact that if you like a place here and you're going to be traveling to these other countries anyways, gives you access to the other membership clubs, I think. And in your case especially, it does fit. But I'm glad we were able to take a look at Manila House. I think it's time to order some food.
Absolutely.
And for you guys that are wondering what kind of food is here at Manila House, it's like you never left Japan, Austin. We are back with the sushi and then some Asahi beer. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and we're having a great time. But all in all, the food here is really good at Manila House. For me, the go-to is the sushi. We ordered a little too much. However, you know what? We're enjoying. And you know, this is a very beautiful ambiance to try the different food out. But Austin, I was curious, what made you want to use my help for your move to the Philippines as opposed to doing it by yourself? You're a competent guy, of course you could have tried to do this alone, right?
Yeah, I think the main reason was, in the end, I wanted value for my money, and time equals value, as I mentioned before, to Evan. And so instead of even starting the process of doing the research, from what I've learned from other clients and from other friends of mine who have utilized services like his, is that don't do further research. Go in, talk to Evan, get to know him, let him tell you what he thinks would be the best for your needs, and then stop your research. The whole point is to pay that money so that I don't have to waste the time to do the research. And it's been such a great thing to do, instead of me going on and researching or even going on and looking deeper into the things that he does do. Why? In the end, it's been fantastic for me. I've lost nothing and gained so much, and it's been very value added. So for those of you who are like me, that want to make sure that, you know, the money that you do spend goes to a good utilization, this is very value added. I can attest to that.
I appreciate that, Austin. I appreciate that. And how's the sushi? I mean, you came from Japan.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, the sushi here is incredible. It's a lot more flavorful. I do love Japanese sushi. I do love going to omakases and seeing everything they have. But in the end, every now and then, you just want a little bit more flavor than the grade A type of sushi that they provide there. And sometimes it's all about the sauce.
Absolutely, absolutely. So great sushi, great conversation.